It seems like every year there's that one hairstyle that be having the girls in a chokehold. And this year, it was the boho braids. I mean, everybody and their mama was rocking them braids. Everybody was wearing it for a vacation or an island destination. All the girls on the airplane had that same hairstyle going on. And guess what? We gonna do it today too. Over here on this channel, oh baby, we don't play about that hair growth. So every hairstyle better be coming with them inches. Cause if not, we ain't doing it. We don't do them play hairstyles over there. Over here it's serious business. We want big, strong, long, thick hair. We ain't got money to waste. You think we just gonna do our hair just to have it done? It don't work like that. Not over here. One thing about me, if you're gonna sit in my chair, be prepared to get oiled up, buttered up. I don't play that dry hair stuff. I make sure I seal your hair. I make sure your hair is covered from oils from root to the ends because I got to make sure I put that extra protection layer on. I got to seal your hair up and protect it against the hair extensions because the hair extensions can be a little rough. I got to make sure that your hair is in a good condition before I do anything to it. Today I'm using my Stunner products, the Cocoa Custard and the Magic Growth Oil. These two, oh, they gonna do the trick. And baby, this ain't no fugazi stuff. This is straight diamonds, not cubic zirconium. This is straight 100% natural products that I put on her hair. So you best believe that she's gonna get all the nutrients she needs, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids her hair needs to get longer, thicker, and stronger. So by the time we take this protective style out, big results. Because who wants to go get their hair done and then months later take it out and they back in the same position they started in? Okay, let's talk braids. Okay, because growing up, I used to want braids so bad as a younger girl because braids are like the starter package in our community. If you want to start using hair extensions, most likely your parent is going to start you on braids. And that will be your first weave style when you go to the hairstylist. At least it was for me. So when I finally got braids, back then, they were using gel to braid my hair and they were burning the ends. And if y'all remember burning of the ends, oh, that was so annoying when it used to get stuck in your clothes. It used to stick your face. I'm so glad that trend went out of style. Why weren't they just dipping our hair in water back then? Like, why did that take so long to come about? Didn't matter if you had jumbo braids, big braids, bob braids, everybody was burning the ends. And that was a whole era that I am so glad is done away with because that right there, that was agony. Back in the days, people edges was getting snatched left and right with braids. And I think that was because the whole baby hair era wasn't around back then. So people weren't leaving out baby hair. In fact, people who got braids, they would be mad if you didn't catch every little strand of hair. They wanted everything braided up. So I think a lot of people lost their edges that way, especially there was a knot at the top. It wasn't no knotless braids. It came with the knot. Okay, the knot was included. And sometimes that knot at the beginning, yeah, your edges didn't stand a chance. Also, back then, not everybody was doing braids like how they doing it right now. I feel like everybody doing braids. But back then, it was just one girl who was doing plaits. Yeah, that's what they call them, plaits. Now, Brandy did her big one with the braids game. Especially when she was on Moesha, the styles was hitting every single time. We had Janet Jackson doing braids. All the people was doing braids. And let's not forget Sinclair from Living Single. Yeah, the memories of the braids. So I did a hairstyle. It was gorgeous. And I wanted to show you how you can maintain this hairstyle. So it's been about 2 weeks. And if you have this hairstyle, you definitely want to put maintenance at the forefront because this can get tangled up on you. And you don't want your hair drying out. You just don't want to put any kind of products on it. You want to make sure you get the most out of this hairstyle. So I did use human hair when it came to this hairstyle. So what you want to do, you want to go ahead and separate the human hair from the braids because while sleeping in your bonnet and from daily activities, the natural human hair can get wrapped around the braided hair. And if you don't stay on top of it, it can get dreaded up and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is separate with my hands all throughout the hair before I start to spray it down with water. I make sure I separate any visible forming dreadlocks. Now, this hairstyle is not for the lazy girl. If you feel like you are not the type that's going to be on top of a hairstyle like this, just get regular knotless braids, box braids. Don't do this whole human hair, because this come with maintenance. This is one of them styles where you're gonna have to do something to it on a daily basis, just about. This not one of them styles where you can just roll out of bed and go. You're gonna have to look in the mirror and tend to this. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna grab my Mane Magic elixir and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in some water in a spray bottle. Now, of course, you could just use plain water and spray your hair down, but your hair is in the mix of the braids. So you want to make sure you give it a real great hydration drink filled with herbs that's going to really hydrate your hair and get your hair back soft and pliable. Like I said before, all these products that I'm using are 100% natural, made from nature. I'm talking herbs, plants, roots, nuts, seeds, flowers. That's it. You can grab all these products from coconuts.com. There is over 13 natural products to help you on your long hair journey. If you don't want no long hair, don't even order these products. But if you're trying to get some long, thick, natural hair, go ahead and head to that website. And if I was you, I would go grab them, because word on the street, them other products that be on the shelves that contain stuff, oh, they making people hair fall out. You better run to nature. Nah, but on a serious note, you definitely want to get the best out of your journey. So I would highly recommend you switching to all natural products, because your hair is just going to respond to it a lot better. It's going to get thoroughly nourished. It's going to provide a nutrient-dense meal for your hair, and your hair is going to appreciate that. And let's not forget, our hair is a form of inhalation. So you want to make sure that you're inhaling great products that are non-toxic into your system, because it's better for your health and the health of your hair. After I get the hair thoroughly saturated and sprayed down, I'm going to grab a light natural oil. This is the Deep Nourishing Oil, and I'm going to put this all over her strands from root to end. I'm going to make sure I cover the entire length of her hair strands. It's okay if it gets on the weave. It's just going to make the weave look more lustrous and shiny as well. But it's important for you to seal in that water into your braids, because your hair can get very dry when it's inside any type of braids. I work in sections because you want to make sure that every hair strand has been loved on. So after that, you want to go ahead and put something on the scalp. If you are prone to itching, I would highly recommend an anti-itch formula. But if you are all about that growth, go ahead and get them growth drops. Put your growth drops on your scalp. And this is how you really maintain a braided style. This works for box braids, knotless braids, these boho braids. If you have twists, even if you have faux lock dreadlocks, real dreadlocks, you want to make sure that you're always maintaining your hair by feeding it water and by giving it a oil, and definitely by tending to the scalp, because when your hair is braided in these partings, your scalp is exposed to the sun. And some of y'all be having y'all scalp dried out, like too dry from the sun. So you definitely want to put some type of protection on your scalp, because that is skin as well. I know people like to spread rumors out there that you shouldn't put anything on your scalp, but let's be real, your scalp is skin too. And you don't walk out with no ashy legs and ankles. You make sure you put something on there to seal in that moisture. So you have to tend to your scalp and put something on it, protect it against the sun, make sure that it's getting nourished, and you want to make sure that that skin is healthy. Your scalp is literally skin with dense hair coming out of it. So you have to treat it like skin. Now, all I'm going to do is repeat in all the other sections and make sure that every strand is covered and taken care of. Now, I feel like this was the #1 reason why back in the days people would feel like braids would take their hair out, because a lot of us probably didn't have that knowledge of actually maintaining our braids while we had them in. Yeah, people will put stuff on their scalp just to make sure they ain't had no dandruff showing or anything like that. But there were a lot of times where you would have the braids in for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and you wouldn't even put water on there unless you were washing your hair. Oh no, that's not how it would work. You're going to have to make sure that you are putting water on your hair almost on a daily basis, especially depending on where you live. If a girl from Arizona gets braids and she is not spraying her hair down and following a routine like this, and she has her braids in for 2 months, when it's time to take the braids out, you best believe that she's going to have a lot of breakage, a lot of fallout because her hair was just too doggone dry. I mean, she's in the desert, she's wearing a hairstyle, and she's not even putting anything on her hair strand. She's only putting things on her scalp. So, yeah, you might start to stimulate new growth and have new growth, but what about your hair strand shaft? What about the ends? Has that been taken care of? Did you spray down the whole length of your hair? Did you make sure you seal in that moisture with the oil to make sure that your hair stays hydrated for hours or even a day or two? Okay, so definitely follow these steps if you want to get the most out of any and every protective style you do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for being a part of this platform. I just want to make sure that everybody gets some long hair because long hair is our destiny and big hair is our birthright. You can wear weave, but you got to have some weave etiquette, baby. And if you ain't getting no growth from your hairstyles or your protective style, what is you doing? You just waste the money at this point. Boho braids took over the summer, so let me know in the comments if you tried this hairstyle and what do you think is going to be the trending braid style next year. Bye.